The problem comes when you inform them of their fault or things you do not agree with. That is what that is what they never want to face. In order for a relationship to work and for you to keep their heart, you both have to be willing to give in and make adjustments and put the needs of the other person before your own. Now, let's go back to the be an example part. Taking out time with one another to love honestly without regret. Um, it starts with you. Okay, I learned this. Like I said, this is my second marriage, and I'm learning. As the more I love myself, the more I'm capable and able to love a man. Most women have issues in their relationships because they don't love themselves. Point blank. You can dispute me till you blue in the face because I'm not turning blue. But that's just what it is. It's not the man. It's not the relationship. It's not lack of loyalty. It's not lack of trust. The issue is the woman does not either love herself or she does not know who she is. She has not taken time to learn her. So anything and everything around her is going to irritate her. That's not her. I know I was her. Like things when I speak, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from personal experience, right? From the job to the church house, everywhere. People irritate me because I have to figure out within myself what about them that irritates me. What about them is it that I'm trying to figure out? Because no one can control me but me. And when I allow other people to control my happiness and my peace, it's because something within them is sharpening something in me. And that's how you have to look at it. Any irritations on the outside, whether it's somebody in traffic, because whew, Lord, when you're dealing with other folks, you're just dealing with other folks, okay? So everybody, that's why you have to be focused and set your intentions each segment of your life and of your day. Before you leave your house, say today is a great day. Today gonna be a good day. Traffic's gonna be smooth. Like you gotta, everything you want to happen, you got to speak it out. You can't get up, oh Lord, I gotta go. Now I gotta fight this traffic. And then you wonder why you gotta fight the traffic. Then I gotta deal with this. Then you wonder why you gotta deal with this. Because you're saying it. Your words have power. Words are powerful. Death and life is in your tongue. That tongue is sharper. It's sharp. It can cut. Okay? The word is like your tongue. The words that come out your tongue is like the word. Like words cut. Your tongue is that. That little piece no man can tame. You have to control that yourself. Because it is a deadly poison if in the wrong hands or in the wrong mouth. How's that? So, in a relationship, when each person learns to control and develop themselves, then they don't have to worry about the other person because they're taking care of them. Communication, right? It's a major part. Now, I will say, growing and learning, some things you don't have to address. Okay? Now, I know people going to, dispute that till, once again, they're blue in the face. But how has it worked for you so far? Like, seriously, when you confront an issue like that, if both people are not in alignment at the time, they're not in the right head mind space, how does it work for you? It doesn't. It blows up even worse than what it was, right? Sometimes it's best to just let it go. Go within, which is in yourself, and figure out What part of this can you do to change and be different? Because like I said, if you go within 9 times out of 10, you will come back and it won't even be an issue. You won't even look at it or feel about it the way you did before. And women, I've told you on other episodes, if you stop focusing on what you don't like about the man and focus on what you do like, then when he does something to irritate you, quote unquote, it will not affect you because the gist of what your thoughts and your words about him are positive. So they will cancel out whatever it is he did. Remember, we said that a man can go 5 years, never make one mistake, never do nothing, do everything right, to your liking. He do one thing and you just go off, right? You just lose it. And it's like all that he did before just is like he ain't never did it. So how about when he does that one thing, instead of focusing on that one thing he did wrong, you focus on all the other 500 he done right. And I promise you, it'll cancel that one thing out. The problem is we keep focusing on that one little thing and it gets bigger and bigger, and then that one attracts another one, and then that one attracts another one, and then that one attracts. Before you know it, that man, because you're the one creating this, right? Unless he has something else within him to keep him focused on being something different or being a different type of person, depending on who you are and what kind of woman you are, you're creating a monster. And you created it by your words and by your thoughts. What you want to deal with, who you want to live with, that's what you need to focus on. I'm not gonna go deep in it, but it can go real deep. But ladies, we get what we dwell on. That's why I'm gonna be honest. Some folks, if your mind is weak, you should not be watching certain movies. You should not. It ain't got nothing to do with it being demonic or people like, well, it's against this and you. No. Mentally, if you're not strong, you should not be doing it, because all of that, the laws of the world, the way God has things set up, this world is flowing on laws. Lands, right? The land, the universe that God created, the world, it has certain laws that are in place. And they gonna work whether you want them to, whether you believe in them working or not. And when you are doing certain things within the law in this world, you're gonna get exactly, y'all, I'm just saying. Be careful what you think about. Be careful the movies you watch. I'm telling y'all right now, when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of horror films and I loved the Lifetime channel. Oh my gosh. And I promise you, that's probably why my first marriage was like a Lifetime drama movie. Because of all that I had took in. And I'm very, I'm a empath. I carry, I have to be careful who I'm around, what I deal with. I'm very sensitive. And so, not sensitive in the sense of sensitive, because I'm a gangster. No, it's just like, I'm rough. But energy and, people and just, I have to be around positive people. It's a must. I have none, desire to be around negativity. It just does not serve me nor anyone else. And so I don't like wasting my time. Okay. And so, the older you get, you learn yourself and you just govern yourself accordingly. I don't put myself in places where I have to overly, think my way through and all. And I just avoid it at all costs. So certain movies, I see the topic, I see what is, if I start watching it, I see what it's about to go about. If I feel is pulling out certain emotions in me that I really don't want to dwell or live in that space, I don't watch it. There are enough comedies. There are enough love fairy tales for me to watch. There's enough cartoons, enough books for me to read. I just cut the TV off and read a book or listen to my music. There's enough music out there that's on my vibe and on my level. And on that note, that's why I don't understand people who like to. Okay, if you went and saw a movie and you don't like the movie, why are you acting like that's the only movie in the world? Like that's the last movie available and you just got to be to your liking or you just gotta tear it down to the ground. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. But there's somebody that movie was made for. Somebody that's just right up their alley, right up their vibe. I don't down movies and stuff. If I didn't like it, it was just I didn't like it. It didn't set with me. Nothing against the movie because somebody likes it, right? So, just FYI, from now on, movies, songs, actors, actresses, because I'm sure there's somebody looking at you saying the same thing. But we don't want to say that. We want the, what you should. Everybody loves you. Everybody likes you. But if you're not loving and liking everything, then imagine what you're getting back. Okay? So, just be careful with what you put out there and how you think about things and other people because your thoughts that you think about someone else does not affect them. It comes back. It's a boomerang. Y'all know what a boomerang is? That thing that you throw and you done tossed it out there. But all your words, your thoughts about other people and yourself, it does exactly what that boomerang does. It comes back. Okay? And it's going to hit you. It's going to either pop you in the head or bite you in the butt. But it does nothing to the other person unless they allow it to do something to them. And that's why we each have control over our own lives, over our own feelings, emotions, demeanors. No one can make people. She make me so mad. How can someone? They got that much power over you. You're giving them that power. They don't have it, but if you give it, you got plenty of folks who will take it. You know them people, they call them narcissists. Dun 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 dun. There's a whole lot of people willing to take it. So, I'm just learning, and as I learn, I teach. I'm a teacher, and I teach. So, communicate, and when it said the right one for you will be open to discussions no matter how difficult it may be to discuss or face, that's meaning the person who is on the same plane as you. You guys are on the same page, you're vibing the same, you're understanding one another, right? And that's why sometimes you just have to be wise. And if you see that the person is not in that place, well, they'll accept it or, it's going to turn into something else. Just change the channel, change the frequency, change the radio station, change the conversation. You don't have to talk about it. You really don't. I used to think, sweeping it under the wheel. You're always sweeping it under. It's going to blow up. No, it blew up because I said it was going to blow up. It didn't blow up because we didn't talk about it. What you don't talk about, it dies. Like, it disappears. If you don't water a plant, what happens to it? Every time you discuss something, every